Hey everybody, it's Mark here, and I've got with me a special guest. His name is Fabio, and he's from Brazil. He's living in Spain right now. He's traveled all around. English is his second language. He has spent some time in London working on his English and stuff like that. He's worked in business in the corporate world, and he has done very, very well also now as an affiliate marketer. So he's doing an affiliate method that he first learnt from. You may have heard me talk to Keegan in the past, but he first learnt from Keegan, where it's all about running YouTube ads without him being on camera, using artificial intelligence to generate the ads, generate the videos, and promote affiliate products. There's affiliate products in all sorts of different niches that you can earn high commissions from. So promoting other people's product. He doesn't have to be the vendor, no customer support, nothing like that. And he's made a lot of money doing this. And anyway, his journey is really, really fascinating because he's one of those people that actually had a bit of a fast start. Some people, they start by testing different ads, and it takes a little while before they get that winning ad, and then they scale from there. He sort of went the other way. One of his first ads took off, but then it had some trouble, and then he learned the secret to doing really well beyond that. So I'll let you take things from here for a moment, Fabio. Could you first tell me a little bit about your background and what made you so keen to get involved, I guess, in affiliate marketing and in this particular method where you're earning money by driving YouTube traffic to affiliate offers and earning
Yeah.
commissions?
So yeah, I'm from Brazil. I came from a corporate job. I used to be an auditor for a big five at that moment, and then I moved to London to learn English. And then I met the person who is with me right now, my wife, and then we had a son in the meantime, and we travel all over the place. And then we did a 1 year world tour. And during the trip, we realized that we wanted to have something different. We wanted to work online, to be nomads. And then we tried different things. We tried Amazon, FBA, private label, and but then we came across Facebook. So we did some money with Facebook for a while, but still was not something extremely profitable for us. And then I had Keegan helping me in the first days. I had up to $500 days, but then for some reason was not working extremely well. So the ad simply was not profitable after a few days, and I had to travel. So I had a lot of things going on at that moment. So I stopped for a few months, and when I came back, then rechecked the videos, and that's when things start working much better for me. So then it took me some weeks still until I had a profitable, scalable ad. But then I was able to scale to over $7,000. So yeah, it's been great. It's been a great journey for sure.
So I think what you've seen there is you've seen some success from the initial sales, and I think that gave you enough of a sniff to want to get back into this soon, even though it didn't turn out to be as good as you would have liked. You were doing $500+ days for a little while there at the start. It happened so quickly and then sort of fizzled out. But that's what I see as an example of an ad where it isn't really a successful ad. It's one that is showing early promise. And the difference between a really successful ad and one that shows early promise is that sometimes Google or YouTube, sorry, will find a few audiences or one or two audiences that convert very well for your ad, but they can't get your ad to convert well when they start spreading it out over a lot of audiences. So perhaps it converted well to perhaps somebody that's aged over 65 that lives in a rest home and has more than $300,000 in net worth or something. And
Yeah,
but then when they
that's
try to
correct.
spread it across more audiences and more
Yeah,
audiences, all
yeah,
of a sudden it was break even or something like
yeah,
that,
that's correct.
possibly even losing money. And
Yeah,
a really successful campaign, what you find is it goes well, and then it goes well, and then they spread it and they spread it, and it's still going well. It might go from making you, say, $2,000 profit from every $1,300 spent. It might drop down to, now you're making, for every 1,300 spent, now you're making 2,600. Eventually, for every 1,300 spent, you might make 2,000, but you can spend 10,000 a day, so you're making 16,000 a day back, or something like that, if that makes sense. So I think you must have got a sniff. So is that what brought you back? Is that what made you come back and go, okay, now I've got some more time, I'm going to get back in and I'm going to sink my teeth into this and make this work this time around?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think because since I came from Facebook Times, I was already ready to not let myself down with ads that were not so promising. So the moment that ad that had some early sales started fizzling out, I knew that if I go back to the game, then things are going to work. But I needed some time off and spend with the family, and then I had some business travel, so everything happened at the same time. But I knew that that was the good moment to get back to business, and Keegan had great success, and some other people that I heard they got great success. And YouTube is really profitable when you find that ad. When you find one ad that is working, it can be extremely profitable. So yeah, that when I was ready, I went back. I stopped. I went through the course, and then I follow basically the process that is there. Nothing different.
And just so people know, you were working your job while you're traveling, so you obviously have a job that enables you to not have to be in an office anyway. Obviously, doing it in the corporate world, that's great. So this was a side hustle for you at the start,
Yeah.
and then obviously it started making even more money than that, which is, then just a side hustle. It started to become like hugely significant. I think some people need to realize that it's okay to keep your job while you're doing this, and then that reduces the stress. So then when things, are up and down at the start until it becomes like really, really something decent, you've still got that to fall back on in the meantime. I think that's probably also a good thing, because then you would have come back to it with low stress. It's a lot easier, I guess, because then you can be more level-headed, I guess, about your decision making. Did you find that it was easier to do this method, like write these sort of ads, pick products to promote and so forth, because you had a system to follow and because you had templates that you could plug and play and modify from there? Did that make things a lot easier?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I have a problem because my brain is never stopping. So I'm always trying to learn new things, trying to do different things. And uh, I had issues in the past that I started several things at the same time, and none of them worked. So it can be really frustrating. So there are so many programs out there that teach you how to be successful, how to get 1,000, 20,000, 30,000, and don't work. And this one I knew that would work because from the times of Facebook that were being really successful, and also the case study of Keegan. So and everything is really it's there. And the key to success for me was really testing, just following the course, just following the method step by step. It was really nothing different than that.
There's a lot of products to promote. I don't think people realize just how big the world is. Like billions of dollars every week are spent just in weight loss alone, as an example, let alone all the other health niches, let alone all the non-health niches, ranging from personal development to other types of physical products to finance niches to other spaces. There's just so much, and you only have to go to your local shopping mall to notice how much business gets done in just your local area, let alone the world. So what people sometimes forget is, when they're worried about saturation, that there's room for many, many thousands of people to do very, very well on the internet without it actually being a drop in the bucket compared to all the sales being made. So some people sort of overestimate the competition. They overestimate how easy it is for something to get saturated, and they underestimate their own ability.
Yeah. One thing that I heard from some other people, some other students, some other people, well, there's so much competition that is impossible to get successful nowadays. And if you stop to think, it's not like that, because there's so many people promoting offers, but they don't, not all of them, just a small portion of them are using a process that really works. So either they're trying by themselves, that can be extremely hard, or they're trying programs that will work, those famous gurus, and just a portion of them try really programs that work, and this one is one of the programs that work. And it's like you said, that it's there's so many people nowadays, and more every day, that are looking for weight loss options, and people nowadays, they want everything really fast, so they're not so much interested in going to the gym and follow a long-term diet. So they want to have fast results that are natural, and so that's one of the examples. Also, this is a if you find the right product, the right niche, and put the right funnel following like a simple proven process, then you can be really successful for sure.
I think one of the big keys also is that the reason why this model works well for people, particularly newbies, is that they don't have to know about conversion rates. They don't have to write a sales copy. They don't have to create a product, and they don't have to do customer support. They don't have to fulfill orders. They simply need to know how to use the templates to make ads. They need to use artificial intelligence to generate the video ads, so they don't even have to be on camera. And they just need to learn how to be able to track, which is all taught in the training, how to track the conversion rates of different ads so that they can see clearly, nope, this ad's not working. Yes, this ad's worth having a bit more of a spend at, and see how this goes. And then they just have to be good at testing and just realize that all money is made in this world by spending money to make money. And they need some sort of side hustle that allows them to spend $1 to make $2. And the reason why there are so many successful students here is that once someone cottons on and gets one ad going, all of a sudden now they have a way to spend money to make money. And if they can spend $100 and make 200 every day, they keep doing that. And some people expand it further. They go, well, I'll spend 200 then and make 400. And then a few weeks later, I find out they're spending 500 and making 1,000. And months later, I find out they're spending 10,000 a day and making 20,000. It's not rocket science. The amount of traffic available is huge. Number of offers that you can promote and earn huge commissions from are massive. And it's just a matter of getting over that initial hump and getting that first converting video going so you can see for yourself. But I think the other thing is that people don't realize that a high converting ad far and away pays you back many hundreds of times, sometimes thousands of times over for all of your tests. So if you have to test 6 different ads and that 7th ad takes off, then those 6 tests become a drop in the bucket. Even if it takes you 16 tests, that 17th ad, if that took off, that is everything becomes a drop in the bucket, because now you've got the golden goose. Some people don't think that. They think they have to succeed with more than they fail with. And it's like, no, you actually need to just fail, learn. Then you go, oh, that one's almost there. Tweak. And then bam, you've got it.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. What worked for me was exactly the testing process. So once I knew how the program works, how is the method, then I was just focused on testing. And it is exactly like you said. I mean, it can take several videos until you find the right one. But the point is that you test one, you see, okay, there's potential. Then, okay, let me improve here parts of the video, and then you test again, and you keep doing until you find that video that well, the sales are popping immediately. And when you have the option to scale, that's a great feeling, really, when you start pumping money, but knowing that you're gonna get back really easy. So
And just to inspire people, what would you make now on, say, one of your, I don't know, what would you make, say, on your better weeks or your better months now that things have moved upwards?
my I had my better days were seven, almost $8,000,
Wow.
and with 90% ROI. So
90%. Wow.
yeah, so it was really profitable. And um, I think in weeks, the one that I had more success, I was able to continue for a few days, 5 to 6 thousand, and then I reached 8,000, and then I maintained 4 for a few weeks.
Per day or per
So
week?
that was per day, so three four
Wow.
thousand per day. So it was more or
Yeah,
less
so
like
so
this.
so the tens of thousands a week at times. I
Yeah,
get that some weeks. So people also need to realize that, you could have a $50,000 month, but one of the weeks in there might have been 25,000, another week might have been seven, and if the other
yeah,
weeks might have been whatever the
yeah,
difference is. It's not always just a exact straight line, but
yeah,
it can even out over time. It's not something, I guess, that you get too worried about when you're already well over the baseline, and like you're well over
yeah.
the what you would call to be just a side income now. It's pretty significant.
And
It's pretty
you
exciting.
know the great thing is that of course you can always because we have a very a lot of successful stories now in the group.
Mm.
But then you start to think, even if you're doing like $1,000 profit per day, $30,000 profit per month, that's a lot of money. That's a good payment for sure. So back in the time, I had to put my mind into that. So I had in my mind that I don't want to achieve to reach. I don't want to think about getting to 10,000 tomorrow. I want really to start with 100, 200, and from there start to increase. And
Mm.
that was I think for me that was good for my brain. I needed to be really focused on making the ads work.
I have noticed that there are actually very few people that make it to 100 a day that don't at least get to 300 to 500 a day. In fact, most even get all the way to at least 1,000 a day, to be honest. Once they see that sniff, they can spend 100 and make 200. Most people take it further from there. I mean, especially if they've seen that go on for weeks on end at 100, spend 100, make 200. Most people, I guess it just gives them the self belief, even if they didn't have it initially. They now go, oh no, I can do this now. I can see it in front of me,
Yeah,
and that, I think, belief is also a really critical component. And perhaps the fact that you'd had some success in the past, maybe not the same level, but you'd had some success running Facebook ads and doing all right as an affiliate there.
yeah,
Perhaps that also gave you a little bit of that extra belief, because you saw
yeah,
this going even better for you, and now you're like, oh wow, like I know, like you're not sitting there second guessing, going, oh, does this really work? Are these all these success stories actually real, or are they just all made up, or what are they? You're not sitting there second guessing, because you've already seen your own numbers, and
yeah,
there's nothing like seeing your own numbers, I guess, for building your belief, and then you follow through the way you need to.
yeah. That's correct. Yeah, yeah. It's I think that really can be a mind's game. So if you really can work your mind to focus onto something and not let anything else disturb you. Focus on, okay, making sure that you're testing until you find the right ad.
Yeah.
I think that's key for sure.
It's almost like I don't know, I've sort of heard of this story before. I don't know the exact specifics, but it's like 1 meter away from gold. Like you get this gold digger that's just like they bought keys to a gold mine or whatever, and they're digging. They push a little bit further. Eventually, they've come up with nothing. They give up. But then the next person does the same thing, but they went 1 meter further, and
Yeah,
they've hit gold. And now they're multimillionaire. And it was like they were only 1 meter away, but they didn't quite believe that there was gold in the gold mine. That's what stopped them, not because they couldn't go one more meter. And
yeah,
that I think's quite important. You know, if you're going to start with
yeah,
a business model, that you really do know that it does work, and or that you have some sort of faith that you're going to at least enjoy the system and enjoy what you are doing. So with that in mind, I personally highly recommend people, if you haven't already, jump on a workshop with Keegan and Rob and see the system for yourself, how it works, and why absolute newbies have been able to crush it with this model. Even
yeah.
people that have had sporadic success with other models have also come in. So intermediates have come in and done extremely well also. Um, and then you can decide for yourself, is this something that you want to have a go at or not? What would you say to anybody? Because you would have started at some point seeing a workshop maybe a year ago and then deciding, oh, I want to try this. Well, what would you say to somebody that was considering not necessarily joining the course? They just simply want to know, should I spend time jumping on that workshop or not?
Look, I think that there is no better thing to say that look, join the workshop, see the process yourself, see the case studies, and you'll be surprised with how people are getting successful with this method. So I mean, it's no risk. Join the workshop and see for yourself for sure.
I think people also should realize that a company like YouTube isn't going to be making billions of dollars a year if some of their advertisers aren't making money. So you could simply even be on YouTube and notice, hey, there are video ads that play.
Yeah,
Some of those ads, if you really listen to it, you can tell, hey, that's actually an artificial voice talking. It's not actually a real voice. But those ads aren't going to run
yeah,
all the time if some of those people aren't making good money. You can be one of those people if you think that sounds like fun to you. Um,
yeah.
so go check out the workshop, discover how it all works, and you can decide for yourself either, yes, this is something I'd love to do, or no, I get how it works, but no, this isn't for me. And that's great. But at least one way or the other, you can decide for yourself if this is for you, because it is one of the very, very few models out there that have so many hundreds of success stories, letters from affiliate networks claiming that the students of this model have made already over 100 million in commissions, not just the last year, but the last 2 to 3 years, from all the students of both this model and the previous model that led into this model. But it's been absolutely out of this world, the results, and obviously you've seen it for yourself too. And you get to rub shoulders with the likes of Fabio and other people as a result of going through the program and stuff like that. And there's nothing like doing an online business with other people around you as well that are on the same journey. I think that's a fantastic thing also. Um, so anyway, I just want to say a really big thank you, Fabio, for your time. You've been fantastic. Your story is inspirational. I think that you've done very, very well, and I wish you much success for the future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's been fun for sure.
And for everyone watching, take action with what you learn. I hope to see you on the workshop, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye bye, everyone.